Nobody find past you. Nobody find past you. Father, Father, eh. You already know. The God doing. Hey. God doing. You guys, tonight's party was lit. DJ KY's brought in all the spice in this world. Initially, like the first 2 minutes, I felt like it was going to be boring, it was going to be dry because the songs he played, I didn't even know it. I'm like, who is this DJ? Is he about to dull us tonight? But he did not fail at all. Like the party was so lit until like towards the end, where everybody decided to shalaye. Not even everybody said. Let's just say Erica decided to start the shalaye for like this night. She did not allow my other video to age well. I just literally posted that, oh, these people have made up, only for her to start another one this night, and this night's own was like out of this world. Like I can't even summarize all the things that she said in this video because like she said a lot of things. They are still very much awake right now. This is 3:26 and I'm still awake trying to get what else is going to happen, because it's as if every minute, every like 1 minute, 2 minutes, something else is happening. She's saying something else or another person is saying something else. Different fights, Neo and V. Then Nengi also trying to do like he's proposing. Like there's just so much happening in one night, and I just hope I'll be able to cover, or I'll be able to cover so many grounds. I've been at different grounds for tonight. So let me just start by welcoming you guys to my channel. If you're new to this channel, please do well to subscribe. It's your favorite Aproko girl, Anita. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a video. This video shout out goes to Omotola Adewale, a bucket of ice cream for you with meat pie. Thanks for supporting. So this evening started with a bang. The party was like so lit, different, like they brought in all the energy today, the energy that I've been expecting them to bring when it comes to parties. They brought everything in all at once. Neo, Laycon, Trikiti, Prince, they were all the life of the party this night. At the point they even removed their shirts. They were just like on a very, very, very high note. I don't know whether it's the good ones, I've been at good ones that they took that just gave them all the ginger in the world, but almost everybody just got high tonight and they were like really, really dancing. Then at some point, T Classic now came to, you know, sing. He was just singing like that his Nobody Fine Past You song that I was singing like at the beginning of the video. So he came, did his performance. Everybody was just really, really happy. They played Laycon's song, they played V's song. Tonight was just like a full package. Then it now got to some point in the party where Erica now saw Kidwaya talking to Nengi, and she just got how she usually gets whenever he's with like somebody at the party and he's talking. When they were even talking, I was like, these people should stop talking. They need to ban talk in that party, because I want to be able to hear everything that these housemates are saying. It's only in the party that when they're talking you can't really hear. So but when they were having the conversation, Biggie kind of turned on their mic so we could hear a little bit of what was said. Nengi, the only part I heard from Nengi's own was she was saying that she's not the kind of person that's easy to get, that you have to work really hard. So I got the clue that maybe he was talking to her about Nengi and she's like trying to tell him that she also cannot really get her just like that. He has to like work for it and stuff. That's what I got from it. Then later on now, Kidwaya was now talking to Ozo. I was like saying that anytime I'm with Nengi, that she always gets angry. That what is all that about? He was just talking. Then Erica was there trying to explain to Dorothy. Dorothy was trying to solve problem at the party. All of them were just like, the whole party mood just died down. And this was like almost towards the end of the party, but everybody just, you know, when these people are gathering here talking, everything just made the whole party. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? People should just allow this party to just finish in peace. At that point, I knew that there was going to be a major fight after the party, but I did not expect what happened to happen. It was like too much. So after the party now, Erica was not talking to Kidwaya. She didn't even really say much to him. I was thinking that the fight is going to be between them, but this night she didn't really say so much to him. I actually heard her say something like, I really love you to Kidwaya. So the way they even solved their problem this time wasn't as deep as I thought. I thought that maybe it would be normal Erica saying, don't try that again, saying different things to him and just shouting. But unfortunately, or Abi, the thing just turned and switched to Laycon. I don't even know where this came from. I don't even know how it happened. It's almost like she just transferred all the aggression that she wanted to use on Kid to Laycon. I don't even know. In fact, it was just the shalaying was too much. She was asking Laycon about when she tried to kiss him based on what like Ebuka said, and Laycon was not like ready to have any discussion with her. So he just I don't even know what exactly happened. I think he ignored her. When they shot us in to where they were, she was already angry and everything. She was like, he should talk now, he should talk.
Stop lying that I'm trying to kiss you. Idiot. Shut food, skinny food. You're like a drumstick of chicken. Your whole body is like a drumstick of chicken. What?
She was just like, she said so many things. Both body shaming, threats, insults. Like, it was just very, very annoying to watch. She said, you're ugly and skinny. She was just saying different things to him. She even, at some point, he was not answering her, not at some point, throughout the whole conversation. When he later went to the dining table, he was not answering her. Then Laycon was sitting down, smiling. I think that's what was paining her, the fact that Laycon was not even answering. He didn't even do as if anybody was talking to him. It was almost like a Sissy and Toby situation replaying itself there. Immediately I just saw that scene. I just remember Sissy and Toby, where Toby was even laughing. It was like, go on, continue talking. So as the fact that Laycon was not answering her, she just kept talking. This went on for like almost 1 hour, if not, what am I even saying? This is 3 o'clock and they finished the party by 12. So since then till now, it has just been up and down shalaye. So she was still saying different things, that he should back it up, that he has never given any proof about what he said, that which other time did she try to kiss him apart from like the party scene, that there's no other time that she has tried to kiss him, that why would she try to kiss him, that she's not attracted to him, that he's ugly. Like she said, oh my god, like why would somebody say that? She said a lot of things that were super annoying. Like, you don't just talk like that, whether it's anger, it's alcohol, whatever it is that you think is your excuse. Because even if you drink alcohol, there are certain things, there are certain places, will you go and enter inside fire? You drink alcohol, will you enter inside fire? So there's supposed to be some form of consciousness, or there's whatever you're saying when you're like high, you probably just had it in mind, and then maybe that one just heightened it and stuff. So it did not make sense to me that she was just saying, he had to even leave where she was. He was saying that he's not going to say anything to her that would provoke her this night. He now decided to leave that place to go and sit down on the dining and just like ignore her. She still followed him to the dining and was still saying things to him, just talking, pointing at him, saying different things. Baba was just there smiling. Like, he just showed a different level of maturity, or maybe he was just calm about the whole situation. Then later on, Kid, why I now even said that you should use the situation and make a song. You should add this to one of his tracks. And I'm like, this one is here fighting, like Erica is here fighting, Kidwaya is here catching cruise and just enjoying himself. At first he was trying to like calm her down when she was shouting in the kitchen. He was trying to just make her calm, and she was like, no, let him defend himself. I wish he even carried her. Like, he should have just carried her, lifted her and taken her out of there. But you know, it can even still be registered as abuse, not the one that should be carrying her now. Maybe she'll hit him, or she'll say this is molestation, or this is physical abuse or something. But it's still good that he didn't even answer her. Let her say what she wants to say, or I don't know, man. So it's still good that he just allowed her, because she was sounding like somebody that was ready to beat anybody that comes her way or tries to like touch her, because she needed to like just pour out that anger on somebody. Then that's how she transferred the anger to Prince and Dorothy, saying that, oh, they were not taking her side, or they were trying to be on the fence, they were trying to be diplomatic about the issue. She was even telling Kid that you're not with him, you're with me, so why are you acting like that? So because they were trying to not, obviously, who wants to be in that situation, and like, because she was obviously wrong, so I'm sure they did not just want to tell her that she's wrong. So this one that she's even saying they should pick a side, she doesn't even know that the side that they will pick is not her side, if they want to even pick a side. So I don't even know what she was saying. She was just saying that they did not want to pick a side. She even poured water on the bed, like the head of house bed, that Prince is not going to sleep there this night. Hey God, babe knows that she is going home. If she doesn't get disqualified for all the things that she did this night, then there's really a problem. I feel like at this point she needs a therapist. She needs to see somebody. There's definitely something that's hurting her that you probably don't know about, because I don't see how that issue with like what Ebuka brought up that day should trigger her this much that she will be going on and on and on and on for hours. Meanwhile, Oza and Nengi, they were doing their own. Nengi was trying to like put him to bed. Oza was also drunk. That good on. So I don't even understand the kind of drink that would just making everybody high. Almost everybody was high this night. Oza was high. For the first time, he was actually high. Nengi now put him to bed. She was like, are you going to eat? She was just like trying to take care of him, get food for him and stuff.
Do you want Indomie or you want the soup? I don't trust that soup.
Anyone's fine.
Yeah, Indomie is fine.
Neo and V, they started their own quarrel. I'm like, these people, this night, why are you guys not like calming down? Like, just allow one problem to go so that we can solve your own later. They sure had an issue and food was inside. They always have issues for like the slightest things, the smallest things is what is to cause problem when it comes to Neo and V. So apparently, Neo was supposed to help V to loosen her hair. I think she told him before they went for the party that okay, she needs to loosen her hair, that he needs to help her. So after the party now, everybody was talking about food, they were hungry and stuff. So he decided to go and make food. Before he went to make food, he asked her whether she would eat. She said that she doesn't know yet. He now went to make the food. After making the food, I think he now went to call her and she made a statement. Like I think the way she now responded to him, like, oh, she's losing her hair, be what? No, he saw her losing her hair on her own. He now went to ask her why she's losing her hair on her own. She now answered him in a rude way. According to him, the statement she now made was, all these things you are doing, if it's outside, that you are not even going to talk less of like you doing this to me and stuff. That is where Neo sparks from. Oh, the thing just entered his head, like, okay, who do you think you are? Who is this? And like her trying to feel herself and stuff. He now went inside the room, continued the talk.
I'm like, cut this fucking thing off. Stop telling me this thing.
He was just talking. And you know the thing is that whenever Neo is angry, he's one of those people that whenever he's angry, he says the worst things. Neo and Erica, you see those two people, whenever they're angry, they say the worst things, like the worst of things. He was now in the room. He even broke up. He was like he's over, that he should carry her things and just leave his bed, that he's done. He was just saying different things. Nengi was even trying to calm him down, that you should calm down, that there's some things that you don't say. V was now pissed. She was just angry at the things that he was saying. Like the things he was spitting out from his mouth were just so much. You guys, I wish I could add all the clips of the things that happened this night, but I really can't, because first of all, they're going to bring down the video. Secondly, I'm going to have issues with more teachers, but let me just continue. So V was now talking to him back. She was now saying her own things, now saying that he behaves like a child, that he should grow up, that he's not the only one that has emotions. These people are still like, this drama doesn't want to end. It's going to go on till like 5. I think I'm just going to ignore whatever is happening now. It's like Erica wants to go and meet Big Brother. She has been saying that she wants to go home since that she's done. I think she even had a talk with Biggie, and it's like Biggie gave her a hint that she's going to be disqualified, because she has not been talking about it since that she's going home, and that she had a conversation. So as I was saying, Neo and V was now talking that in fact that she too, she's done, that who does he think he is. She was now pointing out her own insults to him and just talking, complaining. Nengi was there trying to solve matter. Laycon too was trying to solve the issue, but none of them kept quiet. They were still talking. Then V, now she just like at this point she just lost it. She just did not even want to settle again, that okay, no problem. She said I should pack my things. I'm going to pack my things and leave the bed for you. That he should not come and beg her. That if he should beg her for this one, she's not even going to answer him. He should not come and beg at all. So after the whole stuff now, she now went to the parlor and was kind of crying. No, she had not started crying at this point. So she wanted to leave the room. Neo now came to beg. Neo came to beg her later, after Laycon had discussed with him and told him that this babe is going tomorrow and you don't know whether those are the things that are sparking up her emotions and stuff. So you really need to talk to her, not you now keep this energy and then she'll go tomorrow. That it doesn't make any sense. So after the talk with Laycon, now he now decided to go and have a discussion with her. She wasn't having it. She said that there's nothing that he's going to say that she will just listen to that right now. That whatever he said, when that he's always saying things when he's angry, and they used to hurt her and stuff. That it's not because you're angry that you're saying things. That whatever you say when you're angry, that she takes it to heart, and then like she'll mark it. Basically, that there's nothing that he's going to say. She was now saying that she leave her front because he was blocking her way and she wanted to leave. The next thing, he now held her. She was like, leave me. That next week, like if let's say if she doesn't go home, that she's going to win head of house and she's going to pick him as deputy, but they are done. Like they are going to be friends, but they are done. Like there's nothing that will make them come back together. That at this point he should just leave her, because this whole dinner is going to even take away the small friendship that she has said, okay, let them even keep. He was still there holding. Then later on he now went to block the door. She was just shouting, allow me pass, let me leave. I like it. I'm a mad woman, you don't even know. Hey, I say, hey, so Vic and Vex like this. She was just like talking.
Move from the fucking door. Move from the door.
Neil was just there standing, trying to beg. She was like, there's nothing you say to me. She even pulled him at some point, like tried to drag him out. He was still standing there. He stood there for like good 10 minutes or more, where she was still there. She was even now shouting that he should come and open the door. And I felt like he was taking it too far. Like, why block her from leaving the room? That one, it's like they're going to give him a strike for that one, because there are so many strikes that are going to fly this night. Because even later, he was having a conversation with her when he was begging her on the bed. That's later. He was begging her and he was whispering. He even told her that she should turn, that he doesn't want to say it out. So it was obvious that he was about to whisper. Then he now still went on to whisper. We did not hear. So that one is going to get him a strike. That's like 2 possible strikes. Then later on, Lucy now came and opened the door for her to come out. That Neil should not do that to her. She allowed her to come out. She now left the room. Lucy was not telling him that this thing that he did, that you can get a strike for it. She was just start telling him that the provocation and everything, that you can get a strike for it. She now went to the parlor and she was crying. That's V. She just cried for some seconds, some minutes. Meanwhile, Ozo was there snoring when V and Neil, they were having their back and forth. I'm like, this alcohol must have really entered his head for him to be snoring in the midst of all this. But he later woke up because I saw him in the parlor. They should have allowed the boy to sleep. With their noise, he now woke up. It's as if the thing now gingered him to go and say his own. He now called Nengi outside. Nengi was now telling him that, like, all these things that he's doing, that he has done a lot of things that have annoyed her this night. He has been doing a lot of things that have been annoying to her, but she just said she's not going to address it because she might be going home. So let her just let it slide. Then also now felt the need to talk to her and say things to her. Then the next thing, he was now saying that as it is now, she's like the one person that he would like to spend the rest of his life with. And I'm like,
But I can't even be mad because I don't know what will happen tomorrow.
You're the one person I know I really want to spend the rest of my life with already. Oh, sure.
I told you guys in my other video that he's also about to propose, because I don't understand why he was going to everybody to ask for advice on what they think about him and Nengi. You know, that's how this thing happens when you want to marry somebody. You now start trying to see, oh, maybe there's something that other people know about her that you don't know. So you're just doing your background check before you propose. And this night is saying, you know that you're the one person I'd like to spend the rest of my life with, After all his talk, he was just there saying sweet things. He even told her that he loves her, that I love you, Nengi. Next thing, Nengi now said, that we are not even in a relationship yet. So I don't even understand all these things you're saying. I was like, he knows, but this like, he was just saying different things, trying to say plenty sweet things. The next thing, Nengi now said, what are you going to eat this night? I was like, my brain wanted to burst. I said, what happened here now? And lucky for her, he answered. He was like, that's what will you even eat? She now said that the last time she took drink, when she took drink and she didn't eat, she had ulcer. That's why they changed the topic. They say ask her out. They not say propose to her to be to start talking about spending the rest of your life. You first of all date somebody now before you start talking of how you want to spend the rest of your life with that person. Then they now took us back to Erica, where she was still saying things like, this time around she said things that are deeper than the things she said before. She was like, he's a devil, he's very manipulative. I got attracted to him because he's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's using his smartness for bad. I'm going to do everything I can in this life to make him suffer. He has a bad heart and everybody can see it. that he's using me to trend. If only she knows. Such an ugly, skinny fool. He looks like a drumstick of chicken. Hey, then Kidwa herself, he doesn't even make matters like better sometimes. It was just like, I actually like drumsticks. And she was like, and she was like, and so are you now gay that you're liking Laycon? I be what? He now said no, that I have drumsticks now as per chicken. Then she now said the only thing saving him is Big Brother, because outside the house she will kill him. It was at this point that I knew that things had like gone like it had, because she talked about this killing death stuff, like the whole death killing stuff was just too much. That's the one in fact, when she said this, I just knew that there's no way that she's not getting disqualified. Like, this is threat, provocation, physical violence. Then even the one that she did to Prince, that she poured water on the bed so that he's not going to sleep on the head of house bed. I think she even threw something at him because Prince was explaining the situation. Then she now said that he cannot sleep on the bed, that she's not going to allow him sleep on the bed. Later on in the night, she even now lay down on the bed and just opened her leg wide so that he's not going to come and stay on the bed. She said that he's not going to stay on the same bed with her for not picking a side. That why would he be trying to be diplomatic? I don't understand how the fight just like how it extended so much to Prince, as if Prince is the cause of your problems. Prince is Laycon's friend, Prince is your friend, so you don't expect him to come on, because to be honest, if you were to pick a side, obviously it's going to be Laycon's side, because she was talking too much this time. Like, she said so much that did not make sense at all. So she was now angry with Prince. What will Prince do now? He was just saying, Tricky T was now just speaking to him that he should just calm down, he should not try to like maybe touch her or anything. I don't even know. Prince was just saying that he's not going to do anything, that he'd rather stand than this whole thing that they are doing. Then later on, Biggie called Prince to the diary room. I think I just saw it while I was making the video. I don't know, maybe he called him to tell him that he can sleep elsewhere because it was getting too much. What are you going to do when the person in question does not want to shift for you? So I don't know, maybe he called him to tell him that. Then Erica now went to knock on Biggie's door. I think she was about to apply for voluntary exit. I don't know, but she was just saying that she wants to go home, that in fact that if she goes home tomorrow, that she doesn't care at this point, that she said the truth, that she's not going to care for if she goes home for saying the truth. Then the next day she now went to knock on Biggie's door. Biggie did not answer her. She was just there sitting down. Kidwa now came to calm her down, that she should just calm down. You know, he was just trying to talk to her. She was still saying, it's as if anybody that came to talk to her was just giving her more room to say things that were unpleasant to the ears. Meanwhile, Neo was still begging V at this point. Even started, there was even a point where it sounded like he was crying. I think he was actually crying. He was saying things, just saying different things to her at this point. I'm like, are you still begging, Oga? Like, give this some time. If somebody is angry, sometimes you need to give the person some time. So, my dear brothers and sisters, that is how these people spoiled the night that started on a very, very good note. I wanted to say more. Erica said so much more, but let me just, since we already get the gist, we already get the drill, I don't feel like there's any point like saying every single thing that she said. I feel like I've covered maybe most of the grounds of what she said at different points, different angles. Check, I'm sure the clips will be everywhere on Instagram, so this is just me explaining it, but you're going to see the major clips on Instagram. Banky bestowed Thinking Man, I think he posted everything. Thinking Man at @thinkingman_ is the page. At this point, I take my leave. Thanks. If you're still here till this point, you are the real G. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to see you guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.